Hi everyone, and welcome to the 18th to the 24th of January Rapid Growth Vibes. This is a great week. Very intense, but also a very great week. Hopefully the elections will now have settled. Things will have its final say. There will be a line drawn in the sand for the US. And when that can finally happen, I feel that the rest of the world is going to start to settle down. We're going to start to find our sense of inner balance, our sense of inner peace again. Things have been up in the air and things have been a bit stressful, and it's kind of like you're walking through fog and you're trying to make your way. You can see what's immediately in front of you, but you can't see what's coming. So a lot of that feeling of the fear of the unknown is going to start to subside. It's going to start to calm down so much. So this is also a great week for that, to start shaking that off, especially at the end of the week. So because of this stress, because of a lot of high intensity, a lot of emotions, a lot of adrenaline, a lot of cortisol being released, and just a lot of fear also being projected, that heightened vibe might come in as a lot of excitement, a lot of nervous energy almost. And so whatever it is that you're working on, whatever state of mind it is that you find yourself in, it might amplify that. So it's a bit of like adding fuel to like an existing fire. And you might also find that because of this vibe, there's a bit of over-optimism, right? Feeling like there's a bit of maybe too overly confident as well. So be mindful of that, so that when you are in that state where you might feel a little bit overconfident, that you just don't make decisions in that state as well. So if you feel like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Write down what it is that you want to do. And I would highly recommend that you perhaps meditate on it. Take a step back from it. Do some breathing exercises, or maybe leave it for another day. If God, even leave it probably for next week. And then see if you still feel the same about these decisions that you perhaps wanted to make. Or perhaps get someone that is a good soundboard for you, someone that you can talk to and bounce these ideas off of, and make sure that that is pretty much exactly what you want. So have an awareness of that, and just be mindful of the kind of decisions that you make, so that you don't find yourself in a place where you're perhaps overly optimistic, overly excited, perhaps overly scared, and then you end up making agreements or perhaps signing contracts in the name of just wanting things to calm down, in the name of security, wanting peace, wanting things to just be okay. Okay, so if that's the case, the action that you take to get the emotional relief that you want, they don't go very well together this week, because you're going to completely screw up whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, so if the outcome of the emotional outcome that it is that you want, work perhaps more clever ways of how you can attain that. There has to be different loopholes in terms of your lifestyle, perhaps your way of thinking, perhaps certain things that you believe in, certain things that you're maybe doing, that you can compromise on a little bit more, so that you're not signing yourself or agreeing yourself into something that could potentially long-term not work out for you. And you're doing that for that instant security and safety gratification in that moment. You have to ask yourself, if I do this, if I agree to this, is this going to serve me long term? Am I still going to continue to feel the security and safety that I feel right now? Is this really going to carry me through the distance? So be mindful of that, because this week also what you might find is that reliable people, sources, or a person, they actually might end up failing you. Right? Someone that's always been very dependable, they might not be able to pull through for you because of their own challenges and struggles that they're going through. They might also feel this feeling of, this nervous energy, and that can make people who are normally extremely stable, very dependable, flip the opposite. So be mindful of this vibe this week. So you've been diligently informed and warned. So keep that in the back of your mind when you do interact, when you are looking for certain instant gratifications. To what extent are you going towards it for? Is it worth it? How is it going to play out in your life in 6 months and even in a year from now? So keep that in mind, guys. And until next week, Be the light that you are.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling you because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Evette Rose, 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys!